Hey, everybody, my name is Lee Cage, and we are back with another episode of 15 Minutes with. Today's guest is super important to me and a superstar in the world of epic transformation and conquering the world. Gloria Temba is a seasoned practitioner. She's a thought leader. And let's just say if she can keep me on task, I know that she can keep you on task as well. Gloria, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Lee. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm so used to seeing you on these little boxes, on Teams and Zooms and little circles, that to finally be able to meet you in real life has just been an honor. So first, thank you for making the drive and making the time to be here.
Thank you. Same here. Feel humbled to meet you in person.
Am I taller? Y'all, I am 6'2". Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not. But Gloria, we try to focus on four things: who you are, what you do, what you believe, and how you work. So who is Gloria?
Okay. So Gloria is a mother of two.
Okay.
As you know, I'm a healthcare IT project manager, program manager. I'm a doctorate student and also
ADD or DBA?
DBA.
Come on, that's right.
Yes.
We're not just talking about theory, we are talking about practice.
Yes, and also I'm a founder of a company called Bama Technology where I help people with their projects here and there as a consultant. So my goal is to eventually, once I become Dr. Temba, to do some consulting work using my company.
Dr. Temba loading. Okay, it is loading. Gloria, you talk a little bit about, obviously, your mama too, you have this, full-time job, you're managing all of these other additional things. How are you balancing work and family?
It's funny that you say that because I added another title. I'm now a learning coach as of last week because I started homeschooling my son.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So it's time management, I can say. We have 24 hours a day. I am able to walk out, pray, be there for my children. My daughter's, she's in college. My son is in middle school, now homeschooled, and also prioritize rest. So if you're looking for me, 8:45, 9 p.m., my phone is in Do Not Disturb because I need that time for me.
I read a study that one of the number one reasons that people, are not able to meet their goals is lack of rest and stress. So that rest is significantly underestimated.
Yes, and one more thing I will add is mental health. I'm a fan of therapy. If something up here does not make sense,
get help. BetterHelp.com.
Exactly. So I always tell people reasoning is not solutioning.
Yeah.
So I know through therapy, I always find solutions. So
what's interesting, and I this podcast has an audience of, across all types of ages and demographics and socioeconomic background. But one of the things I think is interesting in the African American community, mental health tends to be directly related to church. And what I have found, especially as I've coached and mentored, young and emerging leaders, existing and seasoned disruptors and soldiers, and even myself, there's no replacement for a licensed, clinically trained professional that can help you work out certain things. Trying to figure it out on your own is like trying to go through a Workday implementation without a good Workday partner. You need help.
I completely agree.
And it doesn't mean you crazy. It just means you need help. Get a good partner, mental health partner, to help you work through your stuff. I love that.
Yes, I'm originally from Africa. And when you tell somebody that I'm from Tanzania.
Okay.
So when you tell people that I do therapy, they look at you, it's like, what's wrong with you? It's not what's wrong with me. What is right with me?
Y'all, it's not what's wrong with me. It is what's right with me. I'm balancing.
Yes.
I see therapy as being like the oil check. Okay. Every 3,000 miles, you might need an oil check. Now, if you got one of these new hybrid Tesla things, maybe you don't have that, but do what you need to do to maintain the maintenance on your life and your health, both mental and physical.
Correct. Yes.
So, Gloria, how do you maintain confidence in yourself?
All right. So a long time ago, somebody told me that in anything that you do, confidence plays 110%.
Mm.
So since that day, that was over 12 years ago, my world has changed.
Wow.
And in anything that I do, I just have the confidence. And I'm happy that my kids, they pick that from me. You know, kids learn from what they observe rather than
That's
what
true.
you tell them. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like that. I can sit with a CIO or anybody and tell them, no, you approach
Good
them.
Halloween, enough.
Yes. And I can say no. And that has put me in rooms that I have no business being in. That has really elevated me career wise and in my life in general.
Gloria, what's one thing, you've had an extensive career. You're obviously you believe in continuing education because you're in a doctoral program. But if you look 20, 30, 40 years from now, what is one thing that you want to be remembered for? When your name is called and someone says, "Oh, remember what was her name? She was always what? What follows that?"
I would say empowering others,
Mm.
mentoring others. Like I always like progress. So if you're my friend, I like reading people, reading the rooms. I'll observe you and I'll tell you, hey, Lee, I feel like, okay, maybe you're a director, but I feel like you could be something more. Because that's how I became a project manager. Even though I was raised in Africa, my parents doing projects, I always say project manager chose me, but I never knew it could be a career. But when I used to work at JP Morgan Chase, one of my managers say, do you know what, Gloria, you can make a very good project manager one day. And he keep on repeating that.
Mm.
So through that, I've learned that if somebody could see that in me, I need to have the same eye in other people. And most people who knows me, they will tell you. I always let them know, like, go back to school, do this, you don't do a certification. So, yep, I think that's one thing that people will remember me for.
How do you define in your personal life? How do you define a good friend?
Somebody who is loyal. Like, you need to be loyal to me, even when I'm not there.
Hmm.
Somebody that there is alignment, right? I do understand everybody have their own timeline in life, and I respect that. But sometimes if there's no alignment or we're in totally two different timeline in life, it could be tricky. And I love my friends.
So I'm curious. You've had, again, an expansive career. How do you balance the difference between ambition and contentment?
I would say I am ambitious by nature. So that is in me, that is inborn. So
Now, I can't speak for all Africans. Okay. I just cannot, I will not dare to. That's like trying to speak for all African Americans. But in my experience, there seems to be some cultural relevance to
yes.
that you will be excellent and great. You will show up and arrive there. You will be the doctor, the lawyer, the engineer, the consultant, the project manager. I think when in my experience, and this is just my experience, most of the folks that I have met and experienced from that region of the world, when they come to this country, they bring the heat.
Yeah.
And again, I cannot speak for all people from Africa, but I've that's been my experience overwhelmingly, to say the least.
Yeah, you're very right. Because growing up, it's like your parent, your family, the community has expectation, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be ambitious. But one thing I always say, having kids on my own, I don't want to put that into them. They make a choice, right? Because everybody have their own timeline, like I
Yeah.
say, their own path in life. I'm not going to tell you to be a doctor. You're going to be what you want to be.
There's a video, Tabitha Brown, who is one of my Tabitha, if you're out there, it's me, Lee. I want to be your friend. But Tabitha Brown is phenomenal. Okay. And she recently did this video where she said that she always thought that her favorite color was purple because her mother told her her favorite color was purple. And because her birthstone is purple, and because her mom used to buy her purple things and celebrate her with purple, she lived her life thinking that her favorite color was purple until one day she realized, you know what? I actually like green. Green looks pretty nice. Green is the thing that feels good to me.
Yeah.
And it was in her becoming more of herself that she realized that she can take the things that she got from her mother or from her parents or from her environment, but she also had a point of view of her own.
Yeah. And that's one thing that we need to teach our children,
Yeah.
right? Because what I learned from my parents, maybe that was the belief based with what they had to work with then.
Based off of the environment they were in. Yeah.
Yes, the environment, we're in a different time,
Yeah.
raising kids in a different time. And I always tell people, as technology evolve, or just look at a baby. The baby learns to sit, crawl, like stand, and all that. That's the same way that life is. So I can't raise my kids the exact same way that I was raised. I was raised in Africa, in a different country. So if I'm raising the kids in America, what can I do to better myself? There are a lot of things that I've had to unlearn, relearn, and learn in order for me to align with my kids.
Unlearn, relearn, and just learn. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna research that later.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that,
So, last one here before we turn it to you, where you will get a chance to ask me 2 questions. But what's one thing you wish more people knew about you?
I'm a popular loner.
Really?
I know a lot of people. A lot of people knows me, but there are a lot of time that I just want to be by myself.
Oh,
I like to give myself at least an hour or two every day where I can sit with my thoughts, think, and at any given time when I don't get that moment to be by myself alone, kind of somehow disrupt me. Like, I can be angry or anything because I don't get that time with myself. So I've learned out of 24 hours a day to block at least an hour just to sit silently by myself and think.
my grandmother, who is one of my most favorite people in the world, she even surprisingly, she listens to these podcasts. But she's retired, so still, she's got time. Okay, she's got at least 15 minutes, okay? But, she whenever she would go to work or goes to church or even goes any place, a lot of times afterwards, she sits in the car and listens to music, um, just 15, 20 minutes afterwards. I mean, it's something she's always done since I was a kid. Once we got to the place or the journey was over or the thing was done, she'd actually go to the car, sit in there, turn her music up, let the seat back, sometimes seat just sitting straight forward and just had that moment. So even as an adult, sometimes I like to just go driving, going nowhere, listening to my music, or I'll go out, leave my house, walk outside to my car, turn the car on, just listen to music, had that moment to think without the noise or disruption of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that still. Like if I have guests or other people in the house, as soon as I pull in my garage, I'll sit there even 45 minutes.
That's me preparing to go entertain, but you call it what you want. Your 2 questions, Gloria.
Yeah. So,
Oh goodness. I'm bracing for impact.
what has been your most come to Jesus moment in your life?
There's been so many, but I'll give you one. I've dedicated a lot of my life to the military. And last year I was accidentally discharged. That's another story for another time, but my extension didn't make it to the right office, so they accidentally discharged me out of the army and had to backdate everything and fix the problem.
Oh,
Yeah, like health insurance was lost, all these things, so forth and so on. And that moment was, it was a crappy moment and had a phenomenal, command team on the Army side. They took care of everything, fixed it. But it was still a realization of an end of a chapter. I had worn a uniform since I was 17.
yeah, that's all you know for a very long time. Oh,
And I am almost at the point in a few years of hanging it up. And I hadn't really thought about what that will mean for me, for how I identify myself, for maybe even perks that I enjoy, for how it has saved me in moments of that would have been, let's just call it a diversity issue. Sometimes things don't happen because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes things just happen because you're where you were and something bad happened. And I was driving through Shelby County, North Carolina. This cop pulled me over. I had military plates. Wanted to know if I stole the car. And I showed him my military ID. And he said, "Thank you for your service. Have a great day."
Why did he pull you over?
I didn't bother to ask. I just wanted to leave. Okay. And what I'm saying is that was a small thing, which could have been a really big thing. But because I had that military ID, because I identify as a serviceman, it's heavily a part of who I am. I am already going through now, having had that experience last year, separation anxiety of what it might look like in a few years when I am no longer authorized to wear the uniform. And I'll still be young. I mean, I'm 36.
Oh, wow.
When I'm done, I'll be 40.
Oh, pretty young.
Yeah. So,
Are you ready for that?
I don't know. I mean, they'll let you stay in longer, but I want to do what's next after the military while also trying to figure out what that looks like and how do I reinvent who I'll be after I'm no longer authorized to wear the uniform.
I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
My dad is almost 87 years.
Mm.
And me and him, we're very close. Like, he's my best friend. And he always tell me, he say, you got to prepare because you never know when that day is going to come. So for you, I might give you the same advice, start mentally prepare as
What
now.
it is. Yeah, it's
Yes.
like a
Yes.
a passing of a chapter.
Yes.
No, it's I don't like it. But all right, go ahead with your second question. We gotta come back up. These people start
Right.
tuning.
So, the next question I have,
Yeah.
with everything that's happening in the world right now, the younger generation, they're not like your generation, if I can put it.
Yeah.
If I bring 10 young boys right now, what is going to be your advice to them?
Oh, same thing I give to my very young sister. I have a 16-year-old sister. There's a 20-year gap between us.
That's your
Right.
daughter.
Yeah, right. I asked my parents, please stop. Then listen, clearly they were not following the instructions. But so I would tell them to remember who they are, to get around people that do not look like them. I don't care what race or ethnicity. If you're around people that just look like you, you'll know nothing besides the thing that looks like you.
I agree.
Because I enlisted in the army, here we are again on the army thing, so young, I've always been exposed to people who look different, who talk different, who feel different, who experience life different, who had a lot of money, who had no money, who grew up dirt poor, and who had Maseratis coming right out of basic training. I don't, I think people, young, especially young men, white, black, whatever, get around somebody that doesn't look like you so that you figure out who your people are and so that you learn quickly who your people are not. Okay. Now, my mom used to tell me, go outside, play with the children. I will tell you, I was never a fan of that. Okay. Play with the I'm not one of the children. I'm a pre adult. Okay. Okay. I don't want to play with the kids. I want to be inside listening to the grown up conversation, trying to figure out what y'all talking about and watch Law and Order, SVU. That said, one of the things that I miss that I did not get until I actually got married and well, started dating is a part of that youthfulness. I felt like I was always a pre-adult. I mean, I was the kid that took a briefcase to school. Okay. Y'all call me church boy. Y'all call me Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost for you. Okay. I played piano, organ drums. I played for churches growing up. I played for 7-day Adventist churches on Saturday. I played for Sunday churches on Sunday. I would gig. On Tuesday night was choir rehearsal. Bible night was Bible study. Excuse me. Wednesday night was Bible study. Thursday night was choir rehearsal for the other church. I felt like I was always doing something that was more adulty. So the last thing I would tell those young boys is be a kid. Don't rush to have no bills or responsibility. Suck that up as long as if I could call my mama right now and have her to pay a bill, number one, she would not. But if I could, I would take full advantage of that.
I hope my daughter's not watching you.
What's her name?
Bertha.
Bertha. It's me, Lee. Call your mama Gloria. Have her pay that bill. Okay. Listen, I think it's a wonderful thing when a parent can pay that bill. Listen, we're gonna go through these really quick here. Quick. We want to know the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay.
Okay.
Hiking or biking?
Hiking.
Would you rather travel would you rather travel to the past or to the future?
To the future.
If your life was a book, what would it be called?
Morning glory.
If your life had a slogan, what would it be?
A tiger.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Ooh, introvert or extrovert?
Introvert. That's a part of me you don't know.
I ain't never seen it.
That's a part of me.
Yeah, I know. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffle.
Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
Oh, beach vacation.
If you had a superpower, would it be invisibility or flying?
Invisibility.
Tattoos or piercings?
Piercing.
Favorite genre of music?
Gospel.
Me too. My YouTube is filled with gospel, First 48, and JT, the Pocket Watcher, and like Theo Vaughn starting the trend up there, but mainly Jesus and murder mystery. It just fits together because he can do anything. Okay.
Yes.
Y'all, listen, we have got to the end of our time. We know that you have many choices when you fly. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. And if you're not already connected with Gloria, make sure you go out and do that. Bye, y'all.